We are very, very close to World War III, and he's driving us there.
You want a World War III. Let him follow and win.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to New Angle, where we will be talking about the truth. The gears of the system, the mechanisms that drive the world, power structures, and hidden forces. What truly shape our reality? Today, we're going to talk about the geopolitical situation worldwide and how 2025 can be a pivotal year for our future. The second assassination attempt on Donald Trump in just 2 months has shocked the world, highlighting the intense polarization and rising tensions in the United States, where a major political battle could change the global landscape. The U.S. is gearing up for a crucial presidential election. On one side, we have Donald Trump, returning to the political spotlight, and on the other, Kamala Harris, stepping out from the shadow of Joe Biden. This election is more than just a political battle. It reflects the current global tensions and could influence the world's geopolitical balance. The recent attacks on Trump are a stark reminder of how volatile the situation has become, making this election even more pivotal. Why is this so important? Because their opposing views on international conflicts could have major repercussions. As the U.S.'s economic and military influence is increasingly challenged, the next president will need to skillfully navigate to maintain global stability. At present, our planet is shaken by 56 conflicts, a number that hasn't been this high since World War II. In 2008, there were only 8 major conflicts. Today, we see a rise in tensions that could reach a critical point after the U.S. election on November 5th. Some experts are even discussing the possibility of a third world war. In this video, we'll explore the main conflicts rocking our world today, analyze the positions of the different parties involved, and see how these dynamics could evolve in the coming months. The Institute for Economics and Peace currently counts 56 armed conflicts in 92 countries, a record since they began their studies. Among the most covered conflicts are those in Ukraine, the Red Sea, and Gaza, where global powers are facing off. But there are also lesser-known, yet equally devastating conflicts, such as those in Mali, Myanmar, and Sudan. This year, peace has deteriorated in 97 countries, according to the Global Peace Index, an alarming figure. Moreover, 108 countries have ramped up their militarization, another worrying record. The conflicts claimed 162,000 lives in 2023, with the wars in Ukraine and Gaza responsible for the majority of the deaths. These wars have reshaped not only the global economy, but also the diplomatic landscape. Diplomacy, once an art of negotiation, is now often reduced to managing humanitarian crises. Each conflict further divides humanity, and international organizations must strengthen their cohesion to prevent a general conflagration. Another sensitive issue is nuclear security. The concept of MAD, for mutually assured destruction, is still relevant. This system of nuclear deterrence ensures that a nuclear attack would result in a devastating retaliation, even if they were sent by mistake. We haven't accumulated this much military equipment since the Cold War. The conflict between Russia and Ukraine, which began in 2014 and intensified since 2022, has united the West behind Ukraine. However, the Western response has not been as unified as expected, with many countries opting for neutrality. This situation has also strengthened ties between Eastern and Southern powers, giving China an opportunity to challenge the US dollar. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict, especially between Israel and Hamas, continues to divide. Israel, a long-standing Western ally, has the right to defend itself, but its disproportionate response toward Palestinian civilians raises concerns. Support for Gaza, though growing, remains timid, as opposing Israel is seen as supporting Hamas. The forgotten war in Yemen. In Yemen, the civil war that started in 2004 rages on, often ignored by the media. Yemeni armed forces, backed by a coalition led by Saudi Arabia, are fighting the Houthi rebels, supported by Iran. This war has created one of the worst humanitarian crises of our time, with millions suffering from famine, water shortages, and disease. Despite Joe Biden's promises of peace and halting direct aid to the Saudi coalition, the flow of weapons and military equipment continues to fuel the conflict. The Houthis now control much of the country, and a peaceful resolution seems distant. Central Africa in flames. In Central Africa, Instability reigns, with armed conflicts in Cameroon, the Central African Republic, Burkina Faso, and elsewhere. These wars, fueled by power struggles, resource control, and climate change impacts, claim thousands of lives. Despite the scale of these crises, they often take a back seat to international attention. The Taiwan threat. Finally, there's Taiwan, a region many consider the next global hotspot. China has made clear its intention to reintegrate Taiwan by 2025, and the risk of military intervention is real. An attack on Taiwan would have enormous economic and geopolitical repercussions, especially given the island's strategic importance in semiconductor production. The US and its allies are closely watching the situation, but a military response could trigger an unprecedented conflict. The question is whether Taiwan will accept peaceful reunification or if Beijing will decide to use force. Conclusion: we live in a time where global tensions haven't been this high in decades. Each conflict has the potential to trigger a chain reaction with unpredictable consequences. As 2025 approaches, the year promises to be a pivotal one for the future of our planet. Thank you for watching my first video until the end. Please support the channel by subscribing, leaving a like, and a comment to let me know your thoughts. Take care. See you next time.